project, and with husband Ryan Reynolds, one of the most bankable actors working in Hollywood today, comprises one of the most formidable couples in the industry.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And I know most of us are probably really tired of it, and I can agree with that.
Three sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ lots of stars who attended the SNL events on Sunday night were confused as to why Blake and Ryan appeared at the show.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, is already celebrating his win by giving new statements to the press. Will the judge be mad?
The legal battle between Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni has taken a dramatic turn, with Baldoni securing major wins. Blake and Ryan seem to be in full panic mode, struggling to protect their reputations and careers. From dismissed HR complaints to intense public scrutiny and awkward appearances, the pressure is mounting. As Hollywood's golden couple scrambles to regain control, their carefully crafted image is beginning to crack, leaving fans questioning what's next. For them,
one, we haven't seen her publicly align herself with Blake Lively at all. Two, we don't have her making any on-the-record statements about her connection to all of this stuff. And three, we don't have her issuing a statement in support of Blake Lively or Believe Women or any of that. Like we saw that initially with a lot of people coming out in support of Blake, and then we see how that definitely came back to bite them in the butt. So we'll have to see what comes of it. But is this, if Blake Lively and her legal team had a strong case, do you think we would have seen it filed by now? I mean, the fact that they asked for an extension, they were given the weekend, and now we still don't have anything. Is that a bad sign for them?
Possibly. I mean, I think Stuart's right, though. I think that it's probably being wordsmithed.
As the lawsuit intensifies, Baldoni's victories overshadow Blake and Ryan's defense, leaving fans and insiders questioning their career resilience. With Hollywood allegedly turning its back on them, the stakes have never been higher. The couple faces mounting pressure as their once golden reputation teeters on the edge of collapse.
Now, that's not to say that they were completely ignored. From what we've heard, there were people who were talking to them. Paul McCartney, strangely enough, was hanging out with them. But there were other people who actually avoided them, is what we were just didn't want to get into conversation with them.
Well, you can understand it. They're sort of radioactive. In one breath, Blake Lively is saying she was the subject of serious harassment.
Blake Lively's attempt to file a new HR complaint was swiftly dismissed by fans and critics, who saw it as a desperate move to divert attention from the serious allegations and Baldoni's growing legal momentum. Rather than gaining sympathy, her actions have only reinforced the perception that she's scrambling to undermine Baldoni. This latest twist has left many questioning whether Blake's legal strategy is truly helping her case or simply making things worse as pressure continues to mount.
Project, and with husband Ryan Reynolds, one of the most bankable actors working in Hollywood today, comprises one of the most formidable couples in the industry. They also go on in this article to talk about how Baldoni in Wayfair Studios would like to start every meeting by saying something that they're happy about, and and then one of the sources said, I don't know what it was about it, but it just disgusted me. You know, people like these high power executives and they make them share their feelings. It's like, oh my gosh, is this all they have? You're like looking under a rock. Like, do we have any other complaints? Yeah, they gave me my money back, but they were weird about it. It's hogwash. Here's a moment from my interview with Zach Peter, who covers Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Justin Baldoni made $300,000, and I think Blake Lively made $3 million, if I have that right. I think Jenny Slate was probably in the six-figure range for a couple weeks worth of work. Not exactly, Oscar caliber stuff. Again, I'm not blaming her for wanting a nice place with her baby, but she's the one who filed the complaint. So people are looking at this and they are confused. Here's Ellsrich on TikTok saying, wait, what?
So let's make sure I got this right. Jenny Slate rents an apartment in New York, pays $15,000 deposit. She wants to move out of the apartment because it's not good enough for her and her son. She goes to Jamie Heath. Jamie Heath says, I get it. Motherhood is what's important. We don't know what the exact conversation.
In an ill-advised attempt to ease tensions, Ryan Reynolds joked about the lawsuit during a recent appearance. Known for his quick wit, this time his humor completely backfired. Fans and fellow celebrities slammed him for downplaying a serious, legal matter, calling him arrogant and insensitive. Rather than diffusing the situation, Ryan's joke only intensified the backlash, reinforcing the perception that he and Blake are out of touch with reality. The misstep has further alienated those already questioning their credibility.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And I know most of us are probably really tired of it, and I can agree with that because it feels like it is an endless charade, an endless level of tomfoolery. And the reason why I say tomfoolery is because of the video you're going to see. Because actually, at the very beginning of the Baldoni Blake Lively case, I think the majority of us gave it a level of seriousness and gave it a magnitude, because obviously sexual harassment is no joke, so it was immediately a serious case, as far as we thought. Now, there are things that are coming out where I'm like, okay, so some of us already had doubts that this was partially a PR stunt or that things were being magnified.
Blake and Ryan faced further humiliation at the SNL 50U celebration, where they were reportedly shunned by their peers. Sources claim several A-listers openly questioned their presence, making the event awkward and isolating for the couple. This public snub has only fueled speculation that Hollywood is distancing itself from the controversy. Once industry favorites, Blake and Ryan now find themselves increasingly isolated, struggling to maintain their standing in an industry that once fully embraced them.
Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds thing, and this is gold for content creators, because there is this dichotomy that exists between Hollywood celebrities and then content creators and podcasters. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this really, but there's there's a new game in town, right? There's a new game in town having to do with who has influence over the wider public, right? Because it used to just be movie stars. Movie stars, if they were listen, 3 sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ lots of stars who attended the SNL events on Sunday night were confused as to why Blake and Ryan appeared at the show while they battle it out in court with Baldoni over drama surrounding the movie It Ends With Us. Right, yeah, they're literally saying to themselves, bitch, you got caught pretending to... And think about this, dude. It's Hollywood, dude. Okay, if they let this slide from her, think about what that says about her. This is where Weinstein happened. The actual real need for Me Too was because there were straight up predators in Hollywood. Like the worst predators ever.
With Baldoni's legal victories mounting, experts question whether Blake has any real path to victory. Attorneys suggest that without a settlement, she risks a devastating court loss. This leaves Blake and Ryan facing a tough choice. Continue, fighting and risk total career ruin, or settle and face massive financial consequences. Either way, their future in Hollywood hangs in the balance.
Listen on all your favorite streaming platforms. They're also on YouTube. They're here to help me break down all of this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni legal saga. It has continued to unfold. I just want to be clear, we are taping this on Tuesday morning, February 18th, so we don't yet have the amended complaint with Blake Lively. It may drop during the recording of this, but just know all of the questions that we have is going to be more contextual background information. I have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask them about this entire case, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully we have an answer from Blake Lively soon. As you're listening to this, I'm on a plane to New York, so this is not live.
Justin Baldoni secured a major legal victory after presenting new evidence that reportedly weakens Blake's core claims. Some reports suggest she may have misrepresented key facts about their It Ends With Us collaboration, raising doubts about her credibility. As Baldoni gains momentum, Blake's legal team is scrambling to recover, but the damage may already be irreversible.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, is already celebrating his win by giving new statements to the press. Will the judge be mad? Also, resurfaced video is showing Blake Lively really stole that cut from Justin Baldoni and Sony. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. A lot came in today. We were going to go live, but honestly, I want to go live tomorrow to go through more of the evidence, which we're going to do. So make sure you that subscribe. Didn't mean to tease you earlier. We were live for a while going through today's hearing, and I wanted to give you an update. A press conference was held afterwards with Brian Friedman. Here it is. Here's his comments. Will the judge be mad at this? Because in the hearing, as we previously just reported, the judge was clearly perturbed that he was still out there talking as much as he was. Other attorneys there told, Blake Lively's attorneys told TMZ, we are pleased with the result of today's hearing and eager to move forward immediately with the discovery in this case. The court granted our request that all attorneys in the matter actually follow the rule of the law and not make any statements that could prejudice a jury. This case deals with serious allegations of SH and retaliation. We will hold the defendants accountable, and we will be confident that once all the evidence is submitted in the matter, Miss Lively will prevail. Okay, well, we'll see. That's Blake Lively's side, trying to declare it a win because, the judge did sort of say you must follow the law. But Justin Baldoni's team clearly also declaring the win, as TMZ is also reporting it, scored a legal win because there was no gag order placed.
The fallout from the lawsuit extends beyond the courtroom, with sources claiming Blake and Ryan's Hollywood reputations have suffered a major blow. Reports suggest projects are being quietly shelved, endorsement deals are at risk, and their presence at SNL 52 was unwelcome, underscoring their declining influence. This isn't just about legal consequences, it's about career survival, and right now, the outlook for Hollywood's once-beloved couple appears increasingly bleak.
From Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they're supposed to be adding names or evidence, who knows, but today is the due date, and it has to be done by 11:59 p.m. We have been waiting, but that doesn't mean the news hasn't stopped. Earlier, I reported, I think I was the first to report on Blake Lively speaking out for the first time, and she's talking about her SNL appearance, and it is complete delusion. She really thought that this would be her chance to step back into the spotlight. If you haven't checked it out, I will make sure I link it at the end of this. But as soon as I did that, well then, another bomb drops, and Taylor Swift no longer is speaking to Blake Lively. And not only that, she's ended their friendship.
Adding to Blake and Ryan's troubles, Megyn Kelly delivered a scathing critique, accusing them of using their star power to manipulate the legal process. Her remarks, combined with increasing media scrutiny, have only intensified the pressure on the couple to address the mounting contradictions in their case. With high-profile figures publicly calling them out, their attempts to control the narrative are unraveling, leaving their reputations and careers hanging by a thread.
Justin Baldoni has made a comment about all of the backlash the movie received, and some of the drama between Justin and Blake. Hassan, who plays the husband of Jenny Slate's character, said that he can't speak to anyone else's experience, but he said that his experience was that everyone was professional and easy to work with. He said it was lovely and everybody was lovely, and afterwards he just ended up feeling a bit disillusioned and confused about everything that was happening in the news. He said it was a very strange, bizarre year, and that as a comic he was definitely laughing at a lot of moments, which we can totally understand.
That dancing scene that she presented in her first lawsuit, that it was very damning evidence against him, and then all of a sudden that video leaked and we could all see it. It was with audio, and all of us were like, what? That doesn't sound like what you were describing in your first lawsuit. And now they kind of changed it.
While Blake is the lawsuit's focal point, Ryan's involvement and handling of the fallout have become their own issue. Critics argue that his public appearances and offhand remarks are damaging Blake's defense, creating distractions instead of reinforcing their legal strategy. Some insiders suggest that Ryan's attempts to be supportive may be backfiring, unintentionally making the situation worse for both of them as pressure continues to mount on the couple.
because like when they see our cute jeans, they're gonna want cute jeans. So I bought patches on Amazon. Honestly, I haven't seen them. They could be really ugly. People are like, there's an event, there's people coordinating this. It's like, it's fine. I'm ordering it from Amazon. I sent it to Colleen's hotel room. So we have like cute flower patches, no pressure. But like, if you guys want to have
Ruin your jeans and put on a flower patch. Florals up for the beauty God, this woman is insufferable. What she will go to promote this
like
movie.
cute patches to put on your jeans so that we can like Brandon has them for his Wranglers. I want to iron them on Brandon's pants, but he always has the cutest like vintage Wranglers and Levi's. I don't think he'll.
Yeah, way to guilt him. You better put them on your Wranglers, your expensive jeans, Brandon, or you're not a supporter, and you won't get that.
With each new development, public opinion continues shifting in Baldoni's favor. His calm, measured approach stands in stark contrast to Blake and Ryan's increasingly desperate moves, and fans are taking notice. Social media is flooded with support for Baldoni, with many calling out Blake for what they see as dishonest tactics. It's clear that for now, Team Baldoni is winning, not just in the courtroom, but also in the court of public opinion.
And today we're going to talk, I know, about Blake and Ryan. Listen, in my defense, I was totally prepared to do a completely different topic, and I'm going to do more videos this week so we can talk about other stuff. But when I asked you on Instagram, what do you want to talk about? Overwhelmingly, you said Blake and Ryan at Saturday Night Live. And one topic that came up, which I thought was so good, is what to do when people don't like you. Like, do not like you. How do you deal with this? We all want to be liked. Even me, who has really leaned into being the villain, it hurts when people hate you. This was the worst look, dude. This was the worst fucking look, Ryan. And you know why he did it? Because he's a narcissist. And these people cannot help themselves. The narcissist always has to have the last word, right? And the narcissist physically cannot handle the idea that people don't like them, that they're the bad guy. If you don't believe me, let's go back in our mind palace with the men we've dealt with who didn't break up with us. No, they didn't break up with us because that might mean they're the bad guys. What did they do instead? Oh, destroy us emotionally, gaslight us, manipulate us, intermittently ghost us, just take us down so bad, we basically had to break up with ourselves. We left them. And then they're like, what? What?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are desperately trying to regain control of a legal battle that is rapidly slipping from their grasp. With Justin Baldoni securing major legal victories, public sentiment turning against them, and Hollywood seemingly distancing itself from the controversy, the once-beloved power couple is facing an unprecedented career crisis. Their attempts to shift the narrative, ranging from dismissed HR complaints to failed PR stunts and awkward public appearances, have only worsened their situation. Ryan's efforts to use humor have backfired spectacularly, further alienating supporters. Meanwhile, Baldoni's calm, evidence-based approach continues to earn him both legal and public victories, leaving Blake and Ryan scrambling in full-blown panic mode as the stakes rise.
People like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, boop, they are miles apart. They think they're like funny, everyone loves us, ha 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 ha. Okay, most of us, there's a Venn overlap. We want to be as close as possible, but there is some overlap. I'm a good person, I'm loyal, I'm funny. People be like, yeah, you are. And I'm humble, and I'm always giving the best advice. And I always take my own advice. Oh my God, does she think that about herself? Yeah, this is all of us. Like, that's fine, that's fine. This is our life's work, is to get that Venn overlapping. It's our life's work.
The question now is clear. Can Blake and Ryan recover, or has this legal nightmare permanently shattered their reputations? With stakes higher than ever, all eyes are on the next chapter of this explosive saga. If the current trajectory holds, Justin Baldoni isn't just winning, he's completely dominating, leaving Blake and Ryan struggling to regain control.